the sensitive situation of Manipur. And of course, even as we begin talking, let's hope that good sense prevails and peace, prevails in the valley and the hill area and the valley area, both alike. Now we're learning that it's been one of the bloodiest clashes that have taken place in Manipur. 3 people have been shot, 1 beheaded in Manipur's night raid is what they're calling. 5 people have been wounded and 5 reportedly taken hostage as well. So even as we're getting information, Pankaj, about various People's United Front, you've got some cookie organization also that have lent support to the center, saying that we're removing all kind of hindrances and obstacles from certain national highways so that supply is not disrupted at all. But take a look at what's happening in the night. You've got some people keeping vigil, keeping watch over their own villages, whilst the other move out on night raids. I mean, bodies being burnt, beheadings that are happening, just to make an example. And we're learning that, and this is on the Times of India, it says 5 reportedly taken hostage as well. What's happening in Manipur 2.5 months after the conflict began?
Well, the situation is far from normal, and it pains me to say that despite all the best intentions, despite putting the armed forces at play there, it's not that they were sent there a little late or something. They have been there for a long, long time now. Plus, the political will, as of now, the opposition may claim that the prime minister was campaigning in Karnataka when Manipur was burning and all that thing. But the point is that his deputy, Amit Shah, was also constantly in touch, and he made a visit to Manipur, and Chief Minister Biren Singh had come down to Manipur several times. Now, this is the Indian Express, which talks about 4 killed as Manipur violence continues. Cookies lift NH blockade. The issue, Kabir, here is not that, who would blink first. The issue here is the removal of Biren Singh as the chief minister. That is something that they are demanding.
I mean, we're looking at visuals, Pankaj. You must remember these visuals. The amount of people that came right outside, the chief minister's residence, saying that we don't want Chief Minister Biren Singh to step down. So the community is certainly divided at that point as well.
Definitely. See, I mean, this particular show of strength that happened on Friday, when it was almost been given in that Biren Singh is going to resign. But what transpired after that, the sea of supporters that came out at Biren Singh's house in Imphal.
Right.
Well, see, I mean, skepticism aside, where people were saying that it must have been an engineered show of strength, basically, with women lining up outside Biren Singh's house and tearing down the resignation letter, all those things. But that apart, what remains as a fact that Biren Singh is still in power. And whether or not BJP likes it or not, Biren Singh has proved one point that he would be stepping down, or he would be taking decision based on his own understanding, because the kind of sway he has, or even BJP also knows that if Biren Singh deflects from the party after being removed as the chief minister, he could very well break the party and start his own party, maybe, or maybe align with what Himanta did to Congress. If Biren does to BJP, that would be once again a body blow to BJP in the Northeast. So yes, Biren Singh stays in power, showed his support, whatever it was, a drama or a gimmick or a play that was being organized. But lo and behold, I mean, he has the support of the people, and he has chosen to move on with the proceedings.
Well, this is what the Times of India has put out, Pankaj. It says volunteer groups locked in a night-long gunfight that has left 4 dead and 5 injured, and has prompted a round of arson with several houses that were torched in Manipur's Kumbi Assembly constituency. Curfew hours, meanwhile, have been increased. Chief Minister has visited the violence-hit areas in the hill state. Fighting comes on a day when 2 Kuki militant outfits lifted the blockade of Manipur's lifeline, the NH2 at Kangui, where Pokpi district. NH2, the lifeline. So the day um, these two militant outfits lift the blockade, the same night an attack happens. So it goes on to say that there are, aspects inside the society as well in Manipur that don't want peace to prevail, certainly.
Yes, I mean, again, the definition of peace, Kabir, and the way it is being demanded is it has got whole lot of layers. We cannot see that fine. Peace means people at their homes going by their businesses, the markets are open, shops are open. That is not the case. The thing has gone beyond that now. The demand for a separate administration, the demand for removal of Biren Singh, the demand that president's rule must be imposed, the demand that the Kuki versus the Methi fight, who gets what and who is superior, who should be attended to. Biren Singh is, is being seen as a Methi hero. His comments also saying Kuki, quote unquote, militants, all those things haven't gone down well. And but he enjoys the support of the Meithis, and that's why he stays in power. Also, they become his strength. In that regard, the division is calling for a final settlement. It's not cosmetic anymore. The kind of moves that we have seen, the government saying that, administration saying all the government employees who are not coming to work would have to let go of their salaries if they don't get leaves, if it is unannounced leaves and all those things. Pressure being built, but yes, the people refusing to actually budge, and also keeping on with the protest, keeping on with the fight that is going on. This is something which is deeply entrenched. It is beyond the issue of law and order, and it looks like the BJP government, both in the state and at the center, will have to come up with a permanent fix to this. Otherwise, these things would keep coming up again and again.
Well, certainly. And, the Manipur chief minister taunting cookie users with Myanmar tweets and then later deleted. All of these things are also not going well when peace is supposed to be paramount and supposed to be prioritized. Um, what do you think is going to be the next step that the center is going to take, keeping in mind that politics is something that is so so tense and tenuous in that area ahead of 2024? Rahul Gandhi visited the area. Amit Shah, he has earlier visited the area. So the situation still continues to be tense. And politically speaking, what do you think is going to be the next step by the center now?
Well, the center has not many options left with it. The first option is obviously to maintain uh, peace and tranquility there. And when I say peace and tranquility, that means both the internal and the external factors. Internally, yes, so there are lots of arms still out there in the open, so they need to rein in on that. There have been violences, especially late evening, late night violences, the violence where people are being killed. And this is not what happened just this Sunday. It has been happening for quite a few weeks now that we are hearing reports of deaths being reported in that part of the country. And the second part is obviously the role of the neighboring countries, Myanmar, the alternate route of drug supply, that is also there. This whole poppy business, which many claim that is the reason why Biren Singh was, using this strong hand to come down heavily on this poppy cultivation thing, which in turn divided the two communities. That is also there. Countering that situation also is something that needs to be worked on. So that's one option for the government. The second option is obviously to mitigate the impact of this particular incident in Manipur on other parts of the country. Kerala has already started showing signs of, resentment as far as the treatment of Christian community is concerned. And obviously, we know that the BJP ahead of 2024 has been trying hard to make inroads in both Tamil Nadu and in Kerala, and appeasing the Christian community, especially the minorities, is one of their top agendas. So this is hampering their uh, intentions as of now. Thirdly, obviously, it has to, weather the onslaught of the opposition parties. Also, Rahul Gandhi, the visuals that are being shown on the screen, 2 days, 3 days ago, met the governor. Uike also showed a very restrained when he was being asked whether the prime minister or the BJP is doing all what is required. So he said that he is not there to do politics. He is there to heal the wounds. He is there to meet the affected people. So it was a pragmatic approach by
Hmm.
Rahul Gandhi. Uh, so in this regard also, when he is actually gaining support, or the Congress party and other opposition leaders are questioning the BJP government, they have to come up with more than just words to show that yes, they care, and they will have to put not more boots on the ground, but more faces, political faces on the ground, where they can actually
Take a
tell
look
the
at these
people that they
visuals,
are there.
Pankaj. The chief minister himself, taking stock of the situation on the ground. I mean, he's got that, hard hat. He's got that military grade helmet on, and he's, toiling hard. He's traversing through the jungles, trying to understand what's really the ground situation, what's the situation like. There you go, stopping to catch a little bit of a breath as well. So he's toiling hard as well. What about the chief minister's emotional interview where he explains why he won't resign and reasons for violence? He said that he doubted if people no longer trusted him, and the abusive language used by a small group of people against him made him take the decision. He said, amid all this, I saw effigies of Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah being burnt at a few places in the state, saw attempts of attack on BJP office. What the center did for Manipur and what we did for Manipur in 5 to 6 years, I doubted if we have lost the trust of the people. Thinking about this made me feel bad. The abusive language was used by a small group against me a few days back at the market. It didn't feel so good, so I decided to step down. What's your take on that?
Well, see, Kabir, for any elected representative, brickbats and bouquet come hand in hand. So we can't say that, hey, look, I mean, I've been doing all the good work. Why people are against me? I mean, that one has to live with that. Secondly, Biren Singh, obviously, in that interview, uh, which came right after his decision that he's not going to resign, had shown the world that he enjoys quite handsome support of the local women folk, of the local people. So he should not be the one who should be complaining. Rather, he should be the one who should be making more of such treks. Uh, well, the looks of it, it appears that he is heading to some remote tribal or hilly area where he's going to meet the representatives of the society. But my question is whether the capital city Impal is under control, whether Churachandpur is under control, whether Kangpokchi is under control. I mean, to meet the villagers there is a good symbol of, a good start. But obviously, communion with the masses is one thing, and the messaging and the strong handed tactics would do, another sort of impact, will have another sort of impact when it comes to handling the situation. So for Biren Singh, obviously, I don't think it's the time to give interviews anymore. It's time to act. It's time to get the situation under control as of now, and show the world, show the country that yes, the situation, whatever it was, took some time, but it is fairly under control now. Because as of now, Kabir, Biren Singh is at least, as far as the popular perception is concerned, his role is under scanner, first of all, for not handling that situation properly. And secondly, whether he is the chief minister of the whole of Manipur, or whether he is just standing there for the Meitei's cause, that is something which is many cynics, many critics would say, many media outlets and
Certainly.
newspapers are also putting that.
Certainly. And it goes beyond just saying that, our home minister, the chief minister of Manipur, and several other, political stakeholders and the people on ground are breaking a sweat. Because if all of us as Indians are not breaking a sweat on this sensitive issue, then something certainly is wrong. Again, like I said before we began talking about Manipur, we can only hope that good sense prevails and peace and the prevalence of peace across the valley and hill state alike is and has to be the paramount priority.